There you are. Let's go. This is the most disturbing videos on the internet today. Let's dive in.
Well, first of all, God is everything, so he is like everything. He is everything. There's nothing that he isn't like.
Is he like a man?
I don't know. Everything, he lives in everything. Everything on this earth.
I can't describe to you the feeling that it gives you when your son says to you, can't you feel it? God is everywhere. I'm going with God. I'm waiting for God to come and get me. It isn't a happy thing at all or an insight. It's a death wish. And I tried talking sense to him. I said, Jimmy, you don't see God till you die. But he couldn't see that at all. He believed that he was seeing it right now.
You can join the army, you can go to war, you can get a gig working as an engineer and become a vegetable, and you can drive to work in your own car, your own big metal box. This looks absurd. People in their metal boxes going all over from town to job, frustrated, uptight.
They're not metal anymore. They're plastic boxes now, buddy.
What joy is there in life? Life is and should be ecstasy. Being alive should be a joy, and it's a drag for most people because they never had a chance to figure it out for themselves what they wanted to do.
You definitely don't want to put anything extra into your body or temple that you don't need. But those were some wise words that young man was saying. I hope everything works out for him.
You can broadcast something from your brain, and it can affect somebody else's brain. There's a cell tower way over there someplace that's broadcasting a frequency. How does that frequency get to my cell phone? I'm in a building. The frequency goes through solid steel. Your brain frequency does the same thing. Your brain frequency is in a space called the 0 point field where there's no time or space. So when you broadcast something from your brain, it's instantaneously everywhere at the same time. If you broadcast what you desire and what you want on the right frequency band, in the right way, it will vibrate molecules in the physical universe and change the attraction of these molecules so that what you want starts to physically materialize.
I was doing one of these videos and a video like that popped up where he said something like that, but it was also along the lines about you continuously thinking about an idea. You're impregnating that idea, and you just every day you thinking about it, it's going to materialize, y'all. Keep at it. Do you trust your wife this much? I wouldn't let Legolas from the Lord of the Rings try to aim that close.
POV, I convinced my dad he's a wanted man on the news to see how he would react.
They have framed me. They have framed me. I am suing. What news is this? Whatever video they have is fake. It's IA or AI, whatever it's called.
I started sending him more. Then I started ignoring him.
Answer your phone. Pick up your phone.
POV, I convinced my dad.
Leave that man alone. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research on everything. This is just theories and ideas, nothing factual.
Do you want to know why my video of celebrity hands went viral? Do you want to know why my video of celebrity hands went viral? It's because I'm right. It's because a majority of the population know that this is absolutely abnormal. You're telling me this hand transformation is just from weight loss? Guys, come on, I don't think so. You people act like I don't have aunts and uncles and grandparents and great-grandparents and sisters and moms and me. We all age. My hands have never changed. This isn't... What the heck? And a lot of you also mentioned age. I mean, let's be honest. How much could Hailey Bieber have possibly aged between this picture and peep the hands? And this picture, let's be honest. And I'm not talking about fingernails. I'm talking about the joints of the fingers. How? She has extremely long fingers. All of a sudden though. And same with Cynthia Erivo. You're telling me prior to Wicked, her and her hands looked like this? Completely normal. And then all of a sudden, we're seeing this. I'm telling you guys, this is very inhuman. This is...
Nah, they had to edit that. She's got the Mutombo hands, block a Michael Jordan basketball shot.
otherworldly. This is not anything I have ever seen.
That has to be edited. There's no way.
Seen before. Totally bizarre. What is going on? No. I'm showing you actresses who haven't lost a ton of weight. I'm showing you actresses who haven't aged 2 decades. Yet many of their hands look like this. Call me crazy all you want, but I'm telling you right now, this is absolute insanity and it's not normal.
Yeah, those hands do look a little pale, but it could be because of all the makeup she got on, and I don't know. Those are some nice boots she got on though. What is that, Gucci? I'm not mad at her. Deaf girl lip reads Denzel Washington asserting his boundaries at Canes. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna play it.
Hey, you're the one who grabbed me, right? Let me tell you something. Stop. You ever put your hands on me again, and that'll be... I'm warning you. You heard me, right? Okay. Stop. You got me? Stop.
Why are they grabbing this man? Haven't they seen Man on Fire? Training Day? Look at this guy. He loves it. He's just happy he's got Denzel in front of his face yelling at him. Whatever Denzel does to him, he wins.
You heard me, right? Okay.
And then look, he grabs him again. He's like, I want more of that energy. Would he be liable to bow right then because he told him no, or is that self-defense? I don't know. I'm probably in the wrong.
What I found was this, is that the existence of just one negative emotion that you will not let go of for whatever reason, and the reason is always an ego reason, the reason is always has to do with your own ego, will cause you to stay in the same place and spin your wheels and go in circles for the rest of your life. But you all know people who are talented, who have opportunities, good educations, and so on and so forth, and their life just goes around in circles. They just seem to be spinning. They've got everything going for them, and they just continually have problems. Why is it? Almost invariably, and this is what all psychoanalysis does, all psychotherapy, is they've got one negative emotion locked on, and the negative emotion they have locked on is blame. There is somebody that they are still blaming for something. There's somebody that they are not going to let off the hook because that son of a gun did something to them. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, because we're all in the same boat. We're all human beings. The reason this makes sense to you and I is because we do have a tendency to fall in love with our suffering. We do have a tendency to gunny sack and to think that part of our humanity is all these negative emotions. We do have a tendency to see that other people are responsible. Other people have hurt us. They did cost us money. They did hurt us in a relationship. But the key to peak performance, the key to happiness, the key to success is to use the law of substitution and knock those negative emotions out of the box by the very first time you think of anything that causes you any stress. You say, I am responsible. Wait a minute, I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible. I like myself and I am responsible. I like myself and I am responsible. And nothing outside of me is going to disrupt my peace of mind. I am in charge of my emotional life. I am responsible. You are responsible.
I am responsible. I am responsible. I am in control. Yeah, they did us wrong. Yeah, they won't text us back. Yeah, they won't call us back. Yeah, they ignore us. Yeah, they give us a weird look. Yeah, they say side remarks to us all the time. Sneak remarks. Sneak dissing. We pluck them off like a leaf that's not getting no light to the plant. We need more energy to the other stuff in our life.
Y'all, we have something to tell y'all. We're not the real us.
Stop glitching. Stop glitching. You got two different eyes.
How big a deal is that, and what are markets seeing that as?
District 9, that's the movie. What in District 9 is going on here?
Look, that one look like it's leaking.
For Trump's tariff,
Don't
which
like
is a
black
jacket
coming out
tariff,
of it.
bring people to the.
You got two.
District 9. Was it based on a true story? I don't know.
Hey, brother. You hungry? Yes, sir. You ain't got to dig in the garbage. What you want to eat? You can have what you want, whatever you want. Huh? Did you get that food from the garbage? Yeah. Throw it back in the garbage, brother. Yeah. What is that? Yeah, just put it in the garbage. Come on, we're going to get you some. You don't have family?
I do not. My mother is all the way out in Far Rockaway. Stay out there. My dad is in Maryland.
What's your name again?
Carlos.
My name is Romeo. What you want?
Can I get a lamb over rice and a soda?
Is that all you want?
I don't want to be greedy.
No, you good.
A hot dog. Thank you so much.
It's no problem, man.
No, Carlos. Michelle always said tears don't change the perspective of a person. But thank you. Overflow. That means a lot. I have to scavenge through the garbage. Looking for food, go on my way back. Thank you so much. White sauce and a little hot sauce. Yes,
Here you go, man.
thank you so much.
I bless you, all right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro.
I've been hungry before. I know how it feels. If you thought I didn't have an excellent specimen for you today, think again.
I always say that Larimar was the mineral so nice they discovered it twice, which I say because they discovered it in 1916 and frankly nobody gave a shit, and then they rediscovered it in 1974, at which point they called it Larimar, which was named after one of the discoverer's daughter, Larissa, and the Spanish word for sea, which is mar. So Larimar basically means Larissa Sea.
All right, let's get it. This video will be titled Why They Push the World to Speak English, the Language of Gibberish. You ever wonder why the whole world had to learn English? I mean, really think about it. For a planet full of thousands of languages, why this one? Why was English chosen as the global tongue? It wasn't by accident, and it wasn't because it was the most efficient, or the most expressive, or even the most ancient. No, it was chosen because it's an inverted language. And not just a little bit. I'm talking about a language that was designed from its very inception to disconnect you from nature, from truth, and from resonance. See, most people don't realize that language is a frequency. Language is spellcraft. Every word you speak is like casting a vibration into the field. So what happens when the very structure of your language is built on a mirror, where things don't mean what they should, and sounds don't flow like they do in nature? And literally everything, or 70% of the words that you speak that you think mean one thing, literally mean the opposite. Not around. Serious. See, most people don't realize that language is frequency. You get a planet of people trying to resonate with a universe that literally can't understand them. Let me explain. Languages like ancient Druidic, Aramaic, Sanskrit, they were living languages. Their letters flowed like water. The sounds they made echoed the movements of natures, the wind, the waves, the rustling of trees. The Druids, for example, would name their trees by the sound their leaves made when the wind touched them. That's how in tune they were. That's the resonant language. That's what it means to be in harmony with creation. Now compare that to English. Rigid, boxy, clipped, monosyllabic. It's a Frankenstein of older tongues, Latin, Germanic, French, Hebrew, all jumbled and twisted. But more than that, it's intentionally reversed. Now take the word queen. People think it means royalty. Women all over the world calling themselves queens like it's empowering. But in Old English, queen literally meant whore. Look it up. It comes from the word seween, a woman of low morals. Now take the word. Most of us think it's the dirtiest word you can say to a woman. But if you trace it back to its ancient African and patriarchal roots, it was a sacred word, a title of reverence. It was used to refer to the divine feminine, the sacred portal, the place of life and wisdom. So the bad word actually meant divine woman.
This is crazy, y'all. You know, I never said that C word in my life. Like, I admit, I said the F word, but the C word, you know, I don't see too many brothers that say that C word. I'm just being real with y'all.
And the good word meant prostitute. This isn't coincidence. This is intentional inversion. Now, what if I told you maybe 50, 60, or even 70% of the English words are like this, where the common modern meaning is the exact opposite of the original, where the vibration is stripped, reversed, mocked, and deadened. Words like evil used to be live, spelled backwards. God is dog in reverse. Grammar is from grimoire, meaning spell book. Spelling is literally spellcasting, and you think that it's just a clever wordplay? No, this is literally design. So who designed it? Huh? You ever thought about that? Let's go back, really far back, to the Phoenicians. Seafaring merchants, master traders, the ones who controlled the Mediterranean and lied to the world, telling them the earth was flat so no one else would explore their routes. They were the original tricksters, and their fingerprints are all over modern power structures. But here's what
I thought there was more meat to be eaten in this video, to be honest with you, but
nobody talks about. They didn't just arrive in power, they came after a great catastrophe. Some say it was a flood, others say a solar strike or a pole shift. Whatever it was, the world was shattered, civilizations were lost, memory was fragmented, and then, what do you know, the Savior showed up. We see this pattern over and over. After a world-ending event, mysterious godlike beings appear to help. Enlil, Inki, Quetzalcoatl, Viracocha. They bring order, law, language, civilization. But what they really bring is control, structure, and systems. And the Phoenicians, they followed the exact same pattern. I wouldn't be surprised if they were a continuation, maybe a descendant, an avatar of those older Metatronic beings. They didn't create the Metatronic overlay, they inherited it. Took it up on a mantle, perfected it, and rolled it out across a post-cataclysmic world that had forgotten itself. There is evidence that Phoenicians came from ancient Ireland, the Tuatha De Danann, perhaps, the Shining Ones. That's a whole nother rabbit hole, but it tracks, because what we're really talking about is recurring archetype, one that surfaces after every fall, every collapse, every reset, the architects of inversion. And they didn't just stop with trade routes. They became royalty. From the Phoenicians came the Merovingians, the Carolingians, and from them Charlemagne, whose bloodline spread like wildfire through all of Europe. Then came Johann William Frizzo, a lesser known figure but critical, because every single European monarch alive today descends from him. I'm talking about kings and queens of England, Spain, Sweden, Denmark, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Monaco, you name it. One bloodline, all related, all from the same source. A Metatronic network of rulers cloaked in royalty, dressed in culture, hiding behind a pageantry and crowns, but all singing the same inverted song. So back to English. Why is this the global language? Because it's the final form of that inversion. It's the Tower of Babel 2.0. It looks unified, but it's confused. It sounds intelligent, but it's hollow. It's spread around the world because when you speak it, especially if it's the only language you know, your spells don't land. Your prayers are distorted. Your affirmations are getting scrambled in the ether. You're literally speaking in reverse intent. Think about that. You're literally speaking in reverse intent. That is literally what the English language is. When your words are reversed, your reality is too. That's why the world feels backwards. That's why nothing makes sense. That's why culture, law, medicine, education, everything is upside down, because the code behind it all is upside down. And until we see that, until we reclaim our language, our resonance, and our connections to nature, we'll keep trying to manifest heaven while speaking hell. So no, it's not just a language, it's a system.
That was pretty good. Okay, he revved it up at the end.
And that system was built to keep you out of resonance, out of power, and out of tune. Now that you know, the real question is, what language does your soul speak?
Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew. You got Hebrew in the middle line. I thought you was going to talk about it more. Here it is, guys. This is a gem. You might want to screenshot this and send it to all your friends and family. The constellations aren't what you think they are. They're the original Paleo Hebrew.
You need a what?
$10 bill.
You need a $10 bill for this?
Yep.
Like change, you mean?
No, I want me a $10 bill.
Ah, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, that's how you keep your money?
Yep.
All crumbled up and stuff. I need to iron this.
You iron that later on, man. I need my $10 bill.
Yeah, I hear you. That's crazy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need a $10 bill, you said?
Yep.
There you go.
What the hell? You're right.
I'm trying to tell you. Have a good day.
Alright, man.
I was gonna see if we can get you put in the schedule for a paint job.
Where lose money?
Excuse me?
Where lose money? I don't have any money to pay.
It'd be for only $1.
For $1.
$1.
Did you see how quick she hit her pockets for $1? That's what's up, man. All right, guys, this should be a good one. 250 billion years ago, when fallen angels destroyed Stargate 12.
Years ago, when fallen angelics destroyed Stargate 12, they had control of this time matrix for several million years, and they were dominating everything they got their hands on. Worse than that, there were two groups of them. You had draconian ones that are out of the fallen seraphim, and you had the Anu ones, the Anu Elohim ones, that were out of the fallen Elohai. Elohai Elohim were the founders race, and one group of them got all messed up. They became the Anu Elohim. It was kind of interesting the way it went down, where the fallen seraphim draconian races that were originally of Vega in Lyra, in density 4, they started raiding certain areas and taking over planetary, like liquid light, we're talking liquid light dimensions here, planetary systems there, and start to work their way down the densities. This made the fallen Anu Elohim on a planet called Lyra Avion very nervous, and they petitioned the Elohai and the High Councils of the Brenau to destroy the draconian races because they were posing a threat. The draconians hadn't done anything so bad yet that it warranted destroying them. The founders know you can't destroy something. You have to heal it one way or the other. I mean, if you destroy it, you just turn it back to space dust, and it has to re-evolve back through a form again anyway. Because we're all connected, we're all in God, we're all part of God. You can't make it go anyplace else. You can't send it off into a criminal camp in some other cosmos, because there isn't another cosmos. It's all taken.
I'm convinced. I've watched some videos where people mentioned a worship gene. I'm not saying that there's a worship gene in people. I'm thinking there's the exact opposite. There was something that would connect you to the Father, but during some type of DNA manipulation to some people, they snatched that out. So it's got them thinking that in Sector 9, Milky Way, 85 billion years away, that stuff is going on, because their mind just can't fathom what's right above us. I'm convinced there's at some point, it was, I don't know if it was 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, but it was no longer than 4,000 years ago. Some type of DNA, somebody messed with some of the humans on Earth, and they took out the gene that gives them the reality. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm convinced. Because some people just do not. It just does not make sense to them that the Father's right above us. They just cannot accept it.
In place within God. So the answer to their request of will you destroy this race was no, but we will help to rehabilitate it. The Anu Elohim, being just as messed up as the Draconians were, didn't like the answer. They decided that they knew better, and they decided to get rid of council who would stop them from trying to destroy the Draconian races. So they figured out a way to backrun the frequencies from Gate 11, which was in Lyra Avion.
Gate 11? How do you get this information? What tablet, what manuscript are you transferring this from? Like, it's a great Stargate Star Wars movie. I like to see it, but I am just completely baffled. Because if we're on this rock that's going, how fast is it going? How fast does the Earth spin? For entertainment purposes only, just kidding. 1,000 miles per hour. All right, the Earth is going 1,000 miles per hour. At what point do you think you can look up to heaven? Like, you got to catch it every second. All right, there it is. There it is. Heaven's right there. Because we're spinning, y'all, right? Where's heaven? So it's impossible for me to understand this stuff. That's why I be trying to pull the meat from it.
These were the 3' gate planets. You had Vega in D10 that had gate 10. You had Avion in D11, had gate 11. And you had Aramatena, which was the one Earth is connected to, in D12. And that was a 12th dimensional gate. And they're all in Lyra. They were Lyra planets. Now, because the Anu Elohim didn't like the response of, no, we're not going to destroy the Draconian races, they decided they'd take matters into their own hands. They reversed the fire letters enough in gate 11 to backrun them up into gate 12, and it imploded the morphogenetic structure, or the core template of gate 12, which made it inoperable. That sealed everything into this time matrix until that gate could be fixed. Nothing was going to ascend back out. They could get up to gate 11, but they couldn't get 250.
That's all we have for today's video. If you made it this far, the code word is Tuesday Motion. Drop Tuesday Motion in the comments below. Lets me know you're a real one. You're just not some random that's just dropping in here. And I thank you, man. This was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you tomorrow.